Hello, my name's Mark. Welcome to Living La Dolce Vita. Well, good morning everybody and welcome back to my channel, Living La Dolce Vita. Very big welcome to all my subscribers, and any new subscribers, please subscribe. It's all free. So today I've already done some, but I'm going to just show you how efficient the shredder's working. So I'm just going to get the shredder in place up here somewhere in that general area. Now I've done a nice big pile so far, so the plan is to shred this little bit here. It won't take that long. All that material up there, it's just too small really to go through the shredder, and it's all, you know, sort of, it's better off with bigger sort of branches and twigs really. Anyway, the general idea will be, I'm gonna leave this to weather over the winter and the early spring, by which time it'll become a bit more brittle, and then I can walk on it and it'll break up into smaller pieces, and maybe then I can run the mower over it to break it up further, and I shall use that on the various paths, etc. So without further ado, I'm just going to get set up. I'm going to be ably assisted by my son, and then we'll go from there. Bye for now. Hello everybody and welcome back. So I've done a quick demonstration for my son to show what's required. So I'm going to prep the wood for him if it needs it. I've done it a bit already, so I'm just going to hold the camera to show how it works, but I haven't got my stand, so I won't be able to show you everything unfortunately, but I'll show you a little bit. I'll be holding the camera. Right, let me just put my ear defenders on. Okay, happy? Yeah. So, you want to start it up. Right, hang on. Stand back, stand back. Ignition off, just in case. Oh, right. Turn it over slow now. Yeah. Just turn it over slow. Right, okay. Right? Yeah. Ignition on. Choke on. Yeah, okay, ready to go. Right, get it to compression. Yeah. And then bit quicker. Back, go back. When it becomes hard, okay. There, now go out. Right, hang on, let me. It needs to be more positive. Yeah. Okay, hold the camera. Don't put your fingers in front. Right. What do we? Okay. Choke off. Alright, ignition's on, isn't it? Yeah. Right, okay everybody, just showing you a little bit of shred in there. So I'm just going to crack on and we'll show you the end product, okay? Just, I don't know if you could hear, I'm just telling my son to be, you know, when feeding the hopper, to stand to one side, not to look over the hopper entrance, because obviously if it throws anything back, I know he's got goggles on, but if it throws back out, you know, it could hit you in the face. It's painful. Anyway, so just one of the safety aspects of it. Okay, so bye for now. I'm going to do the prep in for him, and then we'll crack on and we'll show you the end result later on. Bye for now. Well, hello everybody and welcome back. So that was that little bit of shredding completed. As I say, this type of material, it's not so easy to get into the chipper or the shredder, whatever. It's too fine, but that's okay. So all I'm going to do now is gather it all up and add it to the pile up there. And over the winter now it will break down and go brittle. And especially if I spread it out a bit and walk over it, it'll break up into smaller and smaller bits as it dries out and etc. And I'm going to gather up. Actually, no, I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to gather up this amount of material here, but the leaves, etc., I'm just going to leave now over winter. No point in making work for myself. And then in the spring, I'll tidy it all up. So that's the chips done. It's all the material done, top and bottom. So I'm just going to show you what I've done with some of it. Okay, so yesterday was quite busy. I'll show you in a minute anyway. So some of that, the wood chips, I filled this container up with them. So that's ready to go for use whenever. Put the lid on that with a stone. Stop the wind blowing it off. So you may be thinking, what am I going to do with the material? Well, excuse me. As I said last year, this year a bit disorganised with, you know, trying to get the plot back to a reasonable standard, following, you know, my absence, as it were. Anyway, so once I've established beds, more or less up the top end, there'll be obviously a sort of path in between the beds. So that's the plan, to put the wood chips down in between the beds. That'll obviously help suppress the weeds. It'll also help to keep not getting so mucky underfoot, you know, because otherwise you're traipsing through mud all the time, even in, so if it's wet weather, you know, it's clean underfoot. And of course they break down and provide nutrients eventually to the ground, and that will spread. So this is slowly breaking down, ready to be dug in. But I'm not going to be digging this in until spring. Now I know I follow a no-dig regime, but this is where the potatoes are going to be, and I can't do a no-dig method on the potatoes simply because I just have not got enough material to do it, you know. But yesterday I dug out my compost bin, and I had a good, I don't know if you can see the planks, the depth, this was a plank and a half, which will be up to about here. I don't know if you can see that. So that from there to the ground was made compost, which I've then dug out and filled this container here. And I've left the lid off a gap so to get airflow, to try and dry it out because it was really wet. So I'm going to, whenever it gets sunny, the Dalek will get warm and it'll drive off some of the moisture eventually. So I've relayered this, but it's not it is warming up, but it's not as warm as it once was, you know, up in the red before. But there we are. That will break down eventually. Okie doke. So, as I say, this area from, well, I think it's from about here down to that pear tree. I mean, I won't go as far as the pear tree, but this will, next year will be, in spring I shall plant the mustard and ryegrass and maybe even clover as a green manure in this patch here, and then that'll be ready for potatoes next year. And then I'll swap then and put this down into mustard, rye and clover for the following year. I just swap them back and forth. And I say, all these leaves and things will eventually break down and work their way into the soil. I just, as I say, just as it dries out, it'll crush up underfoot. Right, so all I'm going to do now is just clear this area here. I'll leave the wood chips where they are, simply because I haven't got another container to put the wood chips in, unfortunately. But that doesn't matter, they'll break down themselves. Okay, so that's it for now, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that little demonstration of the Forest Master chipper, ably assisted by my son Thomas. Bless him. Anyway, I think that'll do for now. See you in the next one. Bye for now.